Hello everyone, my name is Masterstarman, and welcome to a Let's Play I've wanted to do now for a very, very long time. This is one of those games that I don't know if I necessarily would say I grew up with, but it always gave me a very warm, nostalgic feeling anyway, and it's definitely one of the best games I think of when I think of the Super Nintendo. This is Donkey Kong Country! It's been a little while since we've seen the big ape on my channel here, and I think it's time to pay him back a visit with the game that I think very much so put him on the map, so let's go ahead and get this one started here. So this up here, I'm gonna jump into a one-player game here. There are some multiplayer game modes. I might go over that at a later on point, but yeah, we're gonna be going ahead and getting started up with Congo Jungle here. So, yeah, let's kind of go ahead and get this one started here. And right off the bat, if we head back, our banana horde has been stolen. That is pretty much the entire main premise of this game's story. This is a very simple plot where our banana horde basically gets stolen by a group of crocodiles known as the Kremlings, headed by one King K. Rool. And it's our job to go back and get our bananas. That's no more complicated than that. So, yeah, Donkey Kong Country is... It was kind of a revolutionary, like, turning point for the Super Nintendo. It was a 2D platformer, at a time when there was a lot of these, but this was kind of one of the first ones to use these new fancy-schmancy 3D visuals. There's kind of a lot to go over here that I'll kind of go over here in a little bit. One thing you can kind of do is you can collect, if you find a box like the one I broke open here, it'll have an animal friend in here. In this case, we have Rambi the rhinoceros, and he is very, very useful for finding some things in this game, such as a hidden bonus area. There's gonna be a lot to go over in this first video. In fact, I don't think I've had a first video with as much information to go over since, like, I think my Sonic Adventure 2 Battle Let's Play. You may have noticed that I was collecting these letters here. These are what are known as Kong letters here. If you collect all of them in a stage, it is just an extra life here. And there's another bonus area here. I will be going for 100% in this game, which is kind of different in this game than it is for a lot of other Donkey Kong Country games. In this game, it's literally just finding and going into a bonus area that counts for getting 100%. And bonus areas are pretty much just extra life minigames here. So, in this one we got to match up the three things. It's not so hard, you just kind of want to jump the animal friend before, and nothing too complicated than that. You get a nice little fanfare. And that's pretty much all she wrote. Is what I would be saying if this first level didn't have a whole mess of stuff that I completely missed over. Let's go back into this one here, because I want to show something off here that I did not get to show off here. This first level in the game is the best extra life grinding spot in the game. No, I'm not exaggerating. You can get so many extra lives in this level here. There's one in your house right there, right off the bat. Now then, if you jump on these trees here, I'll kind of go over this a little bit more in the next level here, what I'm doing, or even how I switched Kongs there. Collecting a balloon will grant you a 1-up, a green balloon grants 2 here. These barrels here, if you see these ones flashing with the stars here, that's a checkpoint. It saves your progress mid-level. DK barrels here will let you revive a donkey or a ditty if you don't have one. If you do, there's not really a whole lot of point to them, but I missed the K, but whatever. That's only one life out of the many we're going to be getting here. So there's another thing there. I could head back into there, and I'm actually pretty close to getting 3 tokens of a certain kind, but I'll mention that at a later on point. If you jump above this exit barrel here, this is a little bit tricky here. This is going to almost sound like a cheat code, but if you jump while holding up and dismounting and basically jumping again, check what happens. You just land in a secret barrel that gets you a 6-up balloon there. It is... I don't know why that's there, but it's just kind of there. So yeah, and if you want to know how a level is 100% done, it'll always have an exclamation mark at the end of the title there. Nothing more to it than that. Let's go on to Ropey Rampage. So... yeah, to switch between Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, it's just by pressing the A button. Nothing too different between the two. I think Diddy moves slightly faster, but I feel like Diddy moves slightly faster, but a little bit looser. By the way, I think the first secret area, yes, you have to drop it between those 2 trees there. I sometimes forget that one is there. That's one that... I feel like this is one level, probably the first level, that people will... maybe accidentally miss some of the secrets, because they are both pretty hidden in this level. If you're used to later Donkey Kong Country games, like the Returns games, in those games, the Kong letters are required for 100%, but not in this game, so keep that in mind. We have 2 of those tokens there, too. Not bad. And I think the last bonus is... actually, yeah, it's right here. So, this bonus is also really dastardly hidden. You may notice there's a barrel down there. It's kind of out of camera view when you walk by there, so... yeah, that's a little bit dastardly. But, you got another extra life minigame. I think it was this one? Yep. Nice. Already up to 23 lives. Very, very nice. Also, I think there's different victory animations depending on which Kong does complete the bonus missions, and whichever one, if someone... what am I trying to say here? If someone loses a bonus barrel, which... losing a bonus barrel doesn't matter for 100% purposes. All that matters is that you actually go into the barrels. So, that's all nice and dandy. Let's head to Cranky's cabin here. This is something I don't usually check, but it is something that's nice to check on, is good old Cranky Kong here. Sure, come on over. Beats talking to myself. I could get through Donkey Kong Country with only 1 life, easy. Talking about when games were games. I totally agree, man. This was 8 lives and 3 continues. That's all we had. Games never looked like this when I was a lad. We were much better off in those days as well. Man, you thought this was 64-bit, eh, boys? Leap of faith is all it takes to find Winky in Barrel Cannon Canyon. Okay. Go for disguised holes in the ground and jump on them from a great height. All you need to know for now. I see. Alright, let's go on to Reptile Rumble here. Cranky Kong. For one thing, I started off trying to do his, like, cartoon voice, but I cannot replicate that at all to, like, save my life there. Yeah, so, the Donkey Kong Country, as I'm sure a lot of people know, by the way, first secret area of this level here, pretty simple. DKC was immensely popular. This was, I think, the second best-selling Super Nintendo game behind only Super Mario World, and for very good reason. This is just, like, also, bonus area that's not even really hidden. This is just one of those games that was always just, like, super, super memorable to me, and I didn't really play the sequels a whole heck of a lot. I've actually played most of DKC 2 a long time ago, but not in a long time. I've been playing, sort of slowly playing it a little bit on the Switch, which, I'm actually not playing this game on the Switch. I'm actually playing this on the SNES Classic. Just, no real preference, just kind of an authenticity thing. I just kind of felt like playing this on the SNES Classic. Give it a very retro kind of vibe for playing this while also still being something easily accessible for recording purposes. But yeah, you can play this on the Nintendo Switch via the Super Nintendo Online service if you have a membership for that. And yeah, here's the first of these tokens here. We'll be seeing that animal buddy very, very shortly. And yeah, this is just always one of those games that I always thought was like super, super memorable. And it had a cartoon series that I'm gonna be blunt and state I'm an unironic fan of, even as infamous and weird as it is, because it is very much weird. But yeah, I actually had the Legend of the Crystal Coconut VHS tape growing up. Still do have that, actually. It's kind of just sitting at my mom's place right now. It's very much a treat if you can ever look it up, which I think they're, like, I'm not trying to promote, like, watching something on YouTube, but I think there is an official, like, network channel that has the DKC episodes, and I'd recommend at least checking it out just to see kind of what it was like, because it was definitely a show, alright. Anyways, with all that being said, let me praise the music of David Wise. So, I'm surprised it's taken me this long to say it, but I love this game's soundtrack. This song in particular, Aquatic Ambience, might be the most famous song in this game. And that says something. It is really one of the best Super Nintendo songs, like, of all time. To kind of have to explain something here, if we head down this way, we can meet On Guard, who is the second of these animal buddies here. If you've seen my Donkey Kong 64 LP, Rambi and On Guard are both in that game also, so these guys have appeared on my channel at least once before, so it's good to see these guys again in where they first appeared from. Very nice to see these guys again. He can do a dash attack with the Y button. If you're used to later Donkey Kong Country games, he doesn't really have his, like, super dash attack, and neither does Rambi for that matter. I think they got those in DKC 2, but for this game's purposes, I think it's fine. Oh. Well, as On Guard showed there is a secret to the left here, or to the right here. And I'm actually not gonna grab this because, I mean, I want to show this off, but I have two of these already. You know what, sure, why not? I think grabbing this is probably more important than sucking off to the music here. I love this song, man. I think, like, so many people do. Anyways, collecting 3 tokens will let you enter a extra life room here. So, I don't have that many good strategies for these. This is Espresso the Ostrich here. We haven't gotten a chance to see him yet, but he's pretty cool. He can fly. Actually, I think it's a she, but Espresso can just kind of fly around and collect stuff here. These bonus minigames are kind of awkward. Basically, you will... There's always a ×2 multiplier in these that you're going to want to find here. And in this case, it's by jumping over this wall here. And this will double your points based on what you had beforehand. There's a bonus minigame like this for every animal buddy, including Ramby, On Guard, and the other animal buddy we haven't seen yet. They're kind of a little bit awkward, honestly. I mean, I know some people who just kind of skip those because they're literally just for extra lives, and sometimes they send you back like this one just did. Not by a whole lot, but it did kind of send me back a little bit. I guess on a personal level, I kind of want to talk about this since I am talking about the music so much here. I actually got to meet Donkey Kong Country composer David Wise once at a convention, and it was kind of an experience that I can only describe as just like he didn't autograph anything of mine personally. I asked him to sign a friend's game actually because I think the only game I physically own that he composed for, I think, was Diddy Kong Racing for N64. And that was coincidentally the game I got him to sign for my friend, but his kind of big contributions to some of the classic Rare games were the first 2 Donkey Kong Country games and Diddy Kong Racing, and especially the first 2 DKC games, phenomenal OSTs. I love the music in these games so much. So, like, yeah, just on that merit alone, I think it is, like, it's... I've met quite a few composers. I've met, on topic of rare composers, I've also met, Grant Kirkhope, and that was just, like, just holy shit for me, personally, as someone who really loves Banjo-Kazooie. I'm actually kind of just hugging around the exit here because... how I'm going to be handling this Let's Play is that I want to do 4 levels every video. There's, counting boss fights, there's 40 levels in this game, so I think that's a pretty good, like, amount of content for a video here, so... Yeah, I just kind of want to... I kind of wanted to let you guys hear a little bit more of aquatic ambience here while I was, like, talking about meeting David Wise, but... Yeah. With all that being said... Thank you guys for watching this episode of Donkey Kong Country. Next time, we will be heading off to Barrel Cannon Canyon, as we explained before. By the way, there's no bonus areas in any water levels in this game, period. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I've been Masterstarman, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.